You're standing on the bridge of a nuclear aircraft carrier. 5,000 sailors answer to you. 70 aircraft, $12 billion of American steel beneath your feet. One wrong order, and people die. But 22 years ago, you were a teenager on a Greyhound bus, heading to a place called Great Lakes, Illinois, with nothing but a duffel bag and a terrible haircut. This is every rank in the United States Navy, and what each one costs to earn. Level 1. Seaman Recruit, E1. You arrive at Recruit Training Command at 2 in the morning. A man in a khaki uniform is screaming before you step off the bus. You do not speak, you do not think. You move when told to move and stop when told to stop. Your phone is gone, your hair is gone, your name is gone. You are Seaman Recruit now, the lowest rank in the entire United States Navy. Your pay? $1,830 a month, before taxes. Your uniform has no insignia, no stripe, no symbol, nothing. Because right now, you are nothing. For 9 weeks, you will wake at 04:30. Every single morning, you will learn to march in formation, to swim in full uniform, to fight shipboard fires with real hoses and real smoke. You will memorize the 11 general orders of a century, the Navy's core values, the rank structure from top to bottom. Get one wrong, and your recruit division commander makes you start over, in front of everyone. You will fail the swim test twice, and you will pass it the third time because the alternative is going home. You will scrub toilets that 60 other recruits use. You will fold your uniform so tight you can bounce a quarter off it. You will stand watch at 2 in the morning guarding a hallway that leads nowhere important, because that is how the Navy teaches discipline. And, on the worst night of boot camp, you will board a fake destroyer called USS Traer. 12 hours straight. Fires, floods, explosions, Hollywood-grade smoke filling the compartments until you cannot see your own hands. They call it Battle Stations 21. If you pass, you trade your recruit ball cap for a Navy ball cap. And for the first time, someone calls you sailor. But you are about to learn that boot camp was the easy part. Level 2. Seaman, E3. You report to your first ship, a guided missile destroyer. It is smaller than you imagined, louder than you expected, and it smells like diesel and sweat. Your rack is stacked 3 high. The guy above you snores. The guy below you is on watch in 4 hours and the alarm will wake you too. You make about $28,000 a year. Your job is everything nobody else wants to do. Paint the bulkhead, chip the rust, swab the deck. Stand lookout on the bridge wing at 3 a.m. staring at black ocean until your eyes ache. You are the lowest ranking person in your division, which means every dirty job falls to you first. Your first deployment is 7 months, 210 days at sea. No weekends, no holidays, no phone signal in the middle of the Arabian Sea. You eat the same food every rotation. Mid-rats at midnight, stale pizza and cold chicken tenders. That's dinner for 7 months. The days blur. You stop knowing what day of the week it is. Tuesday and Saturday feel the same when the ocean never changes. Your girlfriend stops texting back in month 3. By month 5, she's dating someone who doesn't disappear for half a year. The sailors around you call it getting a Dear John letter. It happens so often they have a name for it. But here's what you don't know yet. The chief petty officer watching you chip rust right now, he's taking notes. And what he writes will decide everything that happens next. Level 3. Petty Officer 3rd Class, E4. After 30 months of service, you pin on your first real rank, Petty Officer. In every other branch, they call this a non-commissioned officer. In the Navy, you are a Petty Officer 3rd Class, and nobody takes it lightly. Your sleeve now carries an eagle, a chevron, and a rating badge. You have a symbol. You exist. For the first time in your Navy career, someone calls you Petty Officer. And for the first time, you are responsible for people who are not you. 2 seaman recruits are assigned to your work center. They are 19 years old. They don't know port from starboard. If they mess up, your chief doesn't yell at them. He yells at you, because they're your responsibility now. You start studying for the advancement exam. Hundreds of pages of technical manuals, naval history, leadership theory. You study on your rack with a flashlight because the berthing lights go out at 2200. Not everyone makes the next cut. Promotion rates for some ratings drop below 15%. You either make rank, or the Navy shows you the door. Level 4. Petty Officer 1st Class, E6. You now run your division's daily operations. 12 sailors look to you for tasking, for training, for answers. You earn around $50,000 a year, maybe more with sea pay and housing allowance. You know every system in your work center by touch. You can troubleshoot a circuit board in the dark, in heavy seas, running on 4 hours of sleep. When equipment fails at 2 a.m. during a transit through the Strait of Hormuz, it's your phone that rings. Not the officer's. Yours. You're not just a technician anymore. You're a manager, a counselor, a disciplinarian, and a therapist. One of your sailors gets a DUI on shore leave. That's your problem. Another one hasn't called his kid in 3 months, and he's falling apart. That's your problem too. The officers above you plan the mission. The sailors below you execute it. You are the bridge between the two. And if the bridge breaks, the ship breaks. You are 8 years in now. You've missed birthdays, anniversaries, first steps, first words. Your kid recognizes your voice on the phone, but he still hides behind his mother when you walk through the door. And the hardest exam of your career is next. Because making chief isn't an exam, it's a selection board. And only the top percentage get through. Level 5, Chief Petty Officer, E7. The day you pin on anchors is the day the Navy changes forever. You trade your blue uniform for khaki, the same color the officers wear. You now eat in the chief's mess. A separate space, separate table, separate world. The sailors who used to call you by your last name now call you chief. And they mean it. In the Navy, chiefs are the backbone. Officers give the orders, chiefs make sure those orders actually happen. You earn about $65,000 a year now. But chief isn't about money. It's about being the person a 20-year-old seaman comes to at midnight when he's thinking about hurting himself. It's about telling a lieutenant, respectfully, that his plan will get someone killed, and having the rank to make him listen. You've been in the Navy 12 years. You've crossed the equator. You've weathered typhoons in the Western Pacific. You've held a memorial service on the fantail for a sailor who didn't come home from Liberty. You've written award packages, performance evaluations, letters of reprimand, and one letter to a mother explaining how her son served with honor. And, somewhere in the mess, there's a Seaman Recruit who reminds you exactly of yourself at 17. Scared? Stubborn. Trying not to show it. You remember what your chief did for you. Now it's your turn. But what if you want more than chief? What if you took a different path entirely? Level 6. Ensign. 01. Let's rewind. Some sailors don't climb the enlisted ladder. They go to the Naval Academy in Annapolis, or Officer Candidate School. Either way, you commission as an ensign, the lowest officer rank in the Navy. You are 22 years old, you have a college degree, a commission signed by the President of the United States, and absolutely no idea what you're doing. You report aboard your first ship. A chief petty officer with 15 years of experience salutes you. He salutes the rank, not you, and you both know it. Your starting pay is about $44,000. You are technically in charge of a division of 30 sailors. Most of them know more about the ship than you ever will. The smart ensigns shut up and listen to their chiefs. The dumb ones don't last. You qualify as an officer of the deck, which means you stand on the bridge and are legally responsible for the safe navigation of a warship. At 23 years old, in shipping lanes where a wrong turn means a collision with a 300,000-ton container ship, you write fitness reports, maintain classified material, attend briefings, and stand 12-hour watches. Then you do it again. You are exhausted, overwhelmed, and underprepared, but you are learning faster than you ever have in your life. Welcome to the officer track. Level 7, Lieutenant Commander. 04. 10 years of service. You've made it through lieutenant, and now you're a lieutenant commander. You are a department head on a cruiser. Weapons, engineering, or operations. You run one of the ship's critical departments. You earn over $100,000 a year. 200 sailors work under you. Their readiness reports go through you. Their equipment failures are your failures. You sleep on the ship 4 nights a week even when she's in port. Your marriage is on life support. Your spouse handles everything at home, the bills, the kids, the broken dishwasher. All of it. Alone. The divorce rate for Navy officers between year 10 and year 15 is brutal. You sit in the wardroom and count the ones who are already divorced. Because the Navy doesn't ask for your time. It takes it. And you let it. Because the next rank is commander. And commander means you might get to command a ship of your own. That's all you've wanted since you were 22 years old standing on that bridge wing for the first time. Level 8. Commander. 05. You are selected for command. Out of your entire year group, fewer than half make it this far. A destroyer. 330 sailors. 8,000 tons of guided missile warship. Your name is on the hull in the minds of every person aboard. Everything good is the crew's success. Everything bad is your failure. You are the captain. Even though your rank is commander, aboard this ship, you are captain. Navy tradition. The person who commands the ship is always called captain, period. You earn about $130,000 a year, but money stopped mattering years ago. What matters is this. At 2 in the morning, if a contact appears on radar heading toward your ship at 30 knots, the final decision is yours. Hostile or friendly? Engage or hold fire? You have seconds, not minutes, seconds. Get it wrong, and your sailors die. Or an innocent fishing boat disappears beneath the surface. Get it wrong and your career ends. Your name appears on CNN. Congressional hearings follow. Every decision you have ever made in 20 years of service has led to this chair, and this chair does not forgive mistakes. Level 9. Captain. 06. Remember that aircraft carrier from the beginning? You're standing on the bridge now. For real this time. You command a Nimitz-class nuclear aircraft carrier, over 1,000 feet long, powered by 2 nuclear reactors, carrying 70 aircraft. 5,000 sailors live aboard. That's a floating city. And you are the mayor. You earn about $160,000 a year. To sit in this chair, you completed Navy nuclear power training, you commanded a squadron, you served as executive officer on a carrier, you commanded a smaller ship first, and then the United States Senate confirmed your promotion. Personal. Your carrier never sleeps. Flight operations run around the clock. Ordnance is loaded at midnight. Aircraft launch at dawn. You sleep 3 to 4 hours a night during deployment. Your cabin is 30 steps from the bridge. Your phone rings constantly. The flight deck is the most dangerous workplace in the world. A jet lands every 90 seconds, 1 degree off the glide slope, and it slams into the back of the ship. Yellow shirts, green shirts, red shirts, purple shirts. Each color means a different job. One wrong step on that deck, and a jet blast throws you into the ocean, or a propeller turns you into a statistic. If a sailor is killed on that flight deck because someone made a mistake, that's your ship, your sailor, your name on the investigation report. There are 406 captains aboard your carrier, the CAG, the executive officer, the reactor officer, and you. But only one of you is called captain, and that is you. Every person aboard, officer, enlisted, pilot, cook, works for you. And on the bridge, looking out at the open ocean at 0300, you realize something. You have 5,000 people who depend on you, and not one of them you can talk to. Because command is the loneliest rank in the Navy. Level 10, Admiral. 010, 4 stars. Less than 1% of all Navy officers will ever reach flag rank. A 4-star Admiral? Fewer than 10 serve at any given time. You no longer command a single ship, you command fleets, entire theaters of operation. Your decisions affect tens of thousands of sailors and the foreign policy of the United States of America. You earn over $200,000 a year. You have aides, drivers, a personal staff. A flag flies wherever you go. You brief the Secretary of Defense. You testify before Congress. You sit in rooms where the President asks for your recommendation. And your recommendation can move carrier strike groups across the Pacific, reposition submarines, or change the rules of engagement for an entire theater. You are one of the most powerful military leaders on Earth. Foreign governments know your name. Allies request meetings with you. Adversaries study your career history looking for weaknesses. But here is what nobody tells you about wearing 4 stars. You don't go to sea anymore. You sit in offices, in conference rooms, on video calls. The thing you loved, the salt air, the pitch of the deck, the sound of jets launching at dawn, that's gone. You traded the ocean for a desk, and you will never get it back. You are 56 years old, 34 years in the Navy. Your children grew up in 11 different houses across 8 states and 3 countries. Your oldest doesn't call much. Your youngest barely remembers the years you were deployed. Your first marriage didn't survive year 14. You gave the Navy everything, and the Navy gave you everything back, just not the things you expected. It gave you discipline, purpose, brothers and sisters you would die for, a sense of duty that never leaves your chest. It took your 20s, your 30s, your knees, and your first marriage. And you would do it again, without hesitation. One day, you visit Great Lakes, Illinois, the same base where it all started. You watch a bus pull up at 2 in the morning. A group of teenagers step off, scared, skinny, holding duffel bags. A recruit division commander starts screaming. And one kid, 17 years old, bad haircut, trying not to shake, looks up at the building. He has no idea what's coming. The sleepless nights, the 7-month deployments, the rust, the sweat, the exams, the loneliness, the pride. The day he puts on khaki for the first time. The day he takes command. The day the weight of the entire Navy lands on his shoulders. He has no idea, but you do, because you were him. And if you could go back and tell that kid one thing, it would be this. It's worth it. Every single day,